Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin. Once upon a time, after the floods had subsided for several years and the animals were happy to be back on the land, Noah glanced into his barn one day to see his ark. Sat a corner, covered in dust and cobwebs. Now we thought, if I fix the wheels of an engine, I could turn it into a motorhome. Soon the burning reeds had been replaced by tallow candles for lighting. Fast forwarding to the mid-1900s, and the tallow candles had been replaced with gas lighting and silk mantles. Later in the 1900s, the electrics were coming into the scene. The late 60s came, and the automobile marked the start of the explosion in motorhomes. So, to me, that looks like the first generation of the Ark, and that is our first motorhome. Modern motorhomes offer many comforts, and the larger motorhomes nearly all of them. We expect a motorhome to include toilet, washing, cooking and heating facilities as standard. Additional items like the microwave oven, where are we? Microwave oven? Yep. Coffee maker. That's working. Pop-up toaster and electric kettles are favoured by many. There are the technology items like the television and the laptop computer, charging a mobile phone, and even the cordless drill used to wind up the steadies. Children want the PlayStation or to watch a DVD. Hookups. All of this is possible when camped on the UK's main pub sites and connected to a 16-amp hookup. Lesser hookups. Many smaller sites, especially European sites, have hookups which are limited in their maximum output. For example, those attending the NEC will find the hookup limited to 6 amps. You got that? Yeah, it is. Yeah. This means you can use your 800 watt microwave, or your pop-up toaster, or your 800 watt kettle, or the hairdryer, but not necessarily on full power. One must always allow something for your onboard battery charger, which is running always in the background. No hookup? Then this is where camping really starts. You can produce your own mains using a petrol or gas-driven generator. Various types of various sizes for widely varying amounts of money are available. And they're on site here. The downside is that they all make noise, some more than others. Some people on a quiet corner of a field or even a showground will not appreciate a generator running for prolonged periods.
My name, as I've just told you, is Dave Newell. I run my own little business, servicing and providing electrical accessories for motorhomes. There's a good chance that I've fitted some things for some of you out there. I'm going to concentrate on satellite TV because I think the subject of electrical accessories in general is just too big to cover in 15 minutes. So, for a lot of people, satellite TV, why bother? It's what I hear a lot. Why do people want TV in the van? Why not? You have it at home, you watch Coronation Street or the Gadget Show on a Monday night, or the football on the weekend, or the F1. A lot of people like to keep up with what's going on in the world. But why satellite TV? Satellite TV, the real advantage is when you go abroad, because you can still get the UK TV channels when you're in France, Germany, Spain. Not all of Spain, but a lot of parts of Spain. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of satellites up there transmitting TV from all around the world to all around the world. Literally, there is a ring of satellites all the way around the Earth, hovering above the equator. They're in what's called geostationary orbit. That means they don't move relative to the ground, they stay put. The ones we're interested in, as I mentioned, Astra 2, located 28.2 degrees east of the Greenwich Meridian. That doesn't mean you take a compass bearing of 28.2 degrees east of south. What it means is the Greenwich Meridian, that's the line that runs from the North Pole to the South Pole through Greenwich in London, that's the zero line. 28.2 degrees east, somewhere above Africa, above the equator, is the Astra 2 group of satellites. There's about 4 or 5 satellites in the group now. There's Astra 2A, 2B, 2D, and Eurobird I think is up there. And they've just put Astra 1N in the same grouping. They're constantly moving channels around on the satellites, which is why, anybody got an oyster system? Have you had problems finding Astra 2 since September? You've had to have them the box rejigged, yeah. That's because the way the oyster system works is it looks for a specific signal on a specific frequency. What's happened is, in September, the Astra 2 people moved channels around and they actually switched off the signal on the frequency that the oyster looked for, which is why anybody with an oyster after that date couldn't find Astra 2 on auto search, and that's why the boxes needed reprogramming. Dish size makes a difference to what you can receive and where you can receive it. For the UK, 90% of the UK, a 40cm dish will be more than enough. The little multi-mode dish, many of you have seen the little round white dish with the orange cap in the centre. Good little dish, very easy to set up once you've had a bit of practice. That will get you all the UK TV channels over all of it, UK. 90% of France, and about a third of the way across Germany, all of Belgium, all of Holland. Outside of that range, if you're going further afield, you need a bigger dish. But twice the dish size doesn't give you twice the range. Twice the dish size might increase your range by 40 or 50 miles. Something like the Catherine Cat 910, which is a big 90cm self-seeking automatic dish, will only get you down just north of Madrid. So the increase in size, by the time you go much further than that, you start getting into seriously big dishes, 1.5 metres. If you're getting down onto the South Spanish coast, you're talking dish sizes 1.5 to 2 metres. And I don't know of any company that makes a roof-mounted automatic dish of that size. The other thing about dish size is the bigger the dish, the more difficult it is to align to the satellite. As I said, the satellites we're interested in are about 33,500 miles away. It's about the size of a Vauxhall Astra, the satellite is. So you're trying to line up this little dish to something that you can't see 33,500 miles away. The major problem most people have with aligning a satellite dish is the elevation. That's the angle that the dish is looking up into the sky. I'm going to get told off for knocking his mics about. If you can find the information on the internet. Alternatively, the RoadPro catalogue has a chart in there of Europe. All you need to do is look at where you are in Europe, follow the lines to the left-hand side of the graph, and it will tell you in degrees the angle of elevation that you need, approximately. So you set your elevation first, point your dish east, connect a signal meter to it and set your signal meter to about half scale. Turn the dish slowly towards the south, watching the meter and listening to the tone of it. When you'll see the meter will go up and down a few times, and then all of a sudden it'll go full scale and it'll be screaming like a stuck pig. Stop moving. The moment it goes full scale, stop moving. This is where a lot of people have problems, is they continue to move after it's, and the trouble is that the angular difference between Astra 2 and Astra 1 is about 3 degrees. So if you don't stop moving the moment it goes full scale, you can very easily pass through the Astra 2 group, hit Astra 1, your signal meter's still saying you've got a belting signal, but you're pointing at the wrong satellites. So the moment it goes full scale, stop moving, turn your meter down so that it isn't end stopping, it isn't reading full scale. Then you can adjust your dish a bit more. If the signal keeps going up, keep going until if it peaks again, trim the meter down a bit. Keep going until the signal starts to drop off and then come back to the highest point. Do the same with the elevation and you should now have your dish located onto Astra 2. Obviously, whatever receiver you're using needs to be set for Astra 2 channels as well. Because if your receiver set for Astra 1, you won't find any channels on Astra 2 and vice versa.